So fine, we will be creating, as simple props. Okay. Let's say a chessboard, the different pawns and all. Okay. So that let's create it. So for that, what we have to do is you need to create a project first. Project, go to file, project, this project window, new project, chessboard, choose the location where you want to save and accept. So once this is done, under under the location you got this folders chessboard. So in the source images folder, you need to copy, means you need to have a this pawn images. Okay. So here what I'll do. So when I import an image, I'll be, going into orthographic view, definitely not in the perspective. So I'm in this front view, image plane, import image. I'll select this. Okay. Then I can press R so I can scale it. So first thing I'm gonna do it here. Do this one. So what you have to do is make sure this whatever pawn you are creating, that has to be in the center of this line. You have a center grid line, right? In that it has to be in center like this. Okay. Then I'm gonna push this backside over here. Okay. Then I'm gonna keep this in a layer, R for reference mode. Okay. It is in R, layer R, so that it is in reference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a curve. I'm gonna draw a curve only to the half part. Okay, only to the half part. So for that, in modeling, you have to go to curves. Go to not curve, create curve tool. Select the CV curve tool. Under CV curve tool, only this part, only the half part we have to create, only half. One here. Again, start creating curve like this. You have to create half curve like this, then to complete press center. See, I created one curve, means which is based on the reference image. I have drawn a curve like this. After drawing this curve, right click, go to control vertex. Right click, go to control vertex. These are individual control vertex. Based on this, you can manipulate the curve. Okay, that's how it is. So make sure to place this exactly in the based on the reference part. Just try to place these curves and all. So now by looking at the reference image, I'm just creating this detailing. Now, this is the first curve which I created, and this is the last curve, right? So make sure the first curve and the last curve is snapped to grid, means it is on the grid line. The first point, curve point, what control vertex is there, right? The first control vertex and the last control vertex has to be on the grid. Okay, how do I do that is select the first control vertex, hold X. You need to hold X. When you press X, you see here that it is selecting. This is selecting. Snap to grid is selecting. Okay. So hold X, this drag. This will snap to grid. So make sure it is snapped to the center of this grid. Then the last one, hold X, snap to grid. It's done. So now see in the center, like we have created this curve, which is a nice looking curve. Now select this, go to surface, revolve. There's an option called revolve. Click on revolve. What happens when I click on revolve is I'll get a model like this. See? It's a nice detailed model. We got it. Now this is the parent, this is the child. Now look at the child. If you need some more detail, you can do over here. So what I'll do is something like this. Okay. Once we are fine with the design, or once we are fine with the detailing part, what you can do, once the design is fine, select this, you can delete it, or select the model, edit, delete by type history, then select the curve, delete. Now we have created one, right? Then what I'll do, I need to do the second one. Now this, I'll turn off the reference part, then I select this, I'll come to front view. The center of the grid, I have this one, right? Now I'm gonna move this, I'll make this as center of the grid. So why? Because I'm gonna create this one now, right? Then again, keep it in reference mode. Then again, same thing, you repeat it. Go to curve tool, select CV curve tool. From here, 1, 2, 3. Since you have some detailing part here, you need to observe this carefully and draw the curve. Enter to complete. Next, the first and the last vertex has to snap to grid. First and last has to snap to grid. Okay, this is also done. Now I select this. Next step is go to surface, revolve. Model is done. If it is fine, if you like the detailing part, so you can delete the curve. Then the next is Okay, this horse is of a different one. This will do later. So I'm selecting this. Let me do this one. Okay. Reference mode. Again, you pick. See, each model is different, right? So every time you have to take this CV curve tool and you have to start creating on it. So you can go to closer and you can start working on it. So the first and last vertex, like you need to snap that to grid. Select the curve. Again, go to surface, revolve, push this one. Okay, see the detailing part is fine. Okay. Once it is done, you can select and you can delete this. Similarly, I select this image again. Here I'll do this part. So make sure this is in the center of the grid. And I'm gonna keep it in a reference mode. Go to create again, curve tool, CV curve tool. CV curve tool. Start creating this. So it's a simple process. Select the control vertex, the first and the last one. Snap to grid. Select the curve again. It's the repetition. Okay, same tools we are taking, but each time, like with different reference, we create different model. It's a simple task. Select this and delete. And I'm selecting this one. So this is the last one I'm doing here. Later after doing all this, I'm gonna apply one texture and make it look, realistic. Let's do that. So select this, snap to grid, and I have to match this properly. Then select this, the last step, surface, revolve. Now it's done, and I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna delete this. So now we have so far so and so model, these many models. I'm gonna place it here. I'll create a plane, one plane. I'm gonna place it here. So now what I'll do, right click, select the create a plane, make it bigger. Right click, assign new material. I'm showing you how to apply texture, means a material and a texture. Okay. Right click on the model, come down, assign new material. In the new material, what I'll do in Maya, from Maya or else from Arnold, there is something called Arnold engine. In this shader, AI standard surface. I'll pick AI standard surface. Okay, this is AI standard surface. Here in color part, AI standard surface base color is there, right? Click on this, apply a 2D texture called checker. Apply a 2D texture called checker. So press 6, you can see the texture. This is great. And come back, you can click input output connection, click on output connection. Specularity you can reduce somehow, like somehow, something like 0.3 or something. Let's say we have it something like this. Then I'm selecting this soldier, rookie. I'm going to place it here. So it's over here. Control D, duplicate, place it here. Then Shift D. Shift D is duplicate special, you all know that. So select all, means I'm selecting only these bonds. Then I do Control D and I'm gonna place it here. Okay, like this. I'm selecting this. I duplicate this over here. Then I select this two, I duplicate, I'm gonna place it here. Then we have this one, I'm gonna place it here. I duplicate this, I place it here. Then I duplicate, I'm gonna place it here. Similarly, I take this queen, The queen, I'm gonna place it here. I duplicate. I'm gonna place queen here. I take this king. I'm gonna duplicate it and I'm gonna place it here. Okay, we got it something like this. Now let's say this is a team A, this is team B. I'm selecting all these guys. Okay, I group it, Control G for group, modify center pivot. I can name this as group 1. It's okay, it is group 1. For the group 1, right click, assign new material. I will apply the same Arnold shader AI standard surface, make it white color. Again, I select all this except this, I'm gonna group it. This is a group 2, modify center pivot. Right click, assign new material. Again, AI standard surface, and I'm gonna make the color as black. That's it. Okay. So we got things ready. It's here. It's ready. So I'll show you how to. Okay, this has to be saved. I'm gonna save this in scenes folder. See, we got it ready, right? So now I turn on resolution gate and I'm gonna see what is that I'm gonna render. So what I'll do is I'll go to Arnold, light, simple work I'll show you. I'll go to Arnold, light. I'm gonna take a sky dome light or physical sky. I'll take a physical sky. There is something called physical sky. I'll go to attribute editor. Physical sky intensity, I'm gonna increase a bit more. Okay. Then I'll go to render setting. This is a render setting. In this Arnold is there, that's okay. Then I'm gonna take a render. Click on this one, render the current frame. So you will get to see the, see a good output. See, it looks good. So this is how it looks. Any doubts, Kumalo? Understood how to achieve this output?
No doubts.
Great. So once this is done, you have to save this as JPEG image and you have to share me the images, okay, as a rendered output. Okay. Got it? Great. So I'll upload this video. So try to complete this, okay, and share me the output. Fine. Just inform your friends also to, complete this and share me the output. Okay, Kumalo?
Okay, sir.
Great, man. Okay, then. Thanks. Have a good day.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye bye.